I am so glad that now eventually, after weeks and weeks of trying, I can go back to filmmaking. My computer ran into a bit of trouble towards the new year, and for all this time I just didn't manage to download all those clips for my monthly update film. But that's sorted now, and I thought you'd still be interested about what's been going on here, so I made a very late New Year update from our farm. Of course, in winter, my days start well before sunrise. And some mornings towards the end of last year were seriously frosty, and the animals were delighted to see me out and about delivering their breakfast before daybreak. In fact, I'm kept busy enough most of the day distributing second breakfasts and extra vitamin rations. They seem to love our last few pumpkins from the garden. A big moment for the donkeys was when Gordon and Eeyore came back from their summer grazing to join Gulliver and Nell again at home. Nice to have them all back for winter and be able to look after them for the darker months of the year. Frosty days can be very pretty on the farm, but when it gets below freezing, other problems arise, like frozen water pipes. The pipe to the horse water trough burst altogether, and until that was eventually thawed and fixed, daily chores involved trying to get a hose pipe to work to supply the trough, or carrying water in buckets and trying to defrost the main switch with a hairdryer. The joys of farming in winter. We are just not really prepared for weather this cold. It is so rare here that it never seems to make sense to insulate all our water pipes for just 3 days of low temperatures. The horses are well equipped though for the cold with their long fluffy hair, and they all appreciate some extra attention now that I'm more active again. Dolly loves to have a private lesson with me. Walk again. And she was delighted when I was able to start riding again and she could come on little relaxed strolls down the road. So important for all horses as a change from their hard work as therapists. Trudy and Turnip, I'm not going anywhere. Trudy and Turnip are always ready to go somewhere too. Usually, as soon as we open the car door, they hop in with anticipating looks on their faces in hope for long adventures. If those don't happen, they keep themselves occupied with watching over the rabbits and guinea pigs. Can you see through the gap, hey? Can you see anything? Oh, where's the gap? There's the gap. Oh, let's have a look. Ah, a rabbit and another rabbit. This time of year I love to watch the jackdaws gather every evening, ready to fly out to their roost in their trees along the seaside. You could set your clock by them. They love their daily routine. Winter solstice is always a big important marker here on the farm. Seems so long ago now, and we can already feel the stretch in the evening by now, which is wonderful. We marked the day with our usual bonfire and cake, which has long been eaten, of course.
Yep. Ooh.
What's the word?
Num num num.
Nom nom nom.
Num num.
A trip to the beach is always a treat on a calm winter's day. We helped collect some seaweed for our friend Christine and some seashells for one of Tim's new projects. Okay, hang on. What have you got there?
They're mostly limpet shells.
Limpet shells. And
Lovely.
what are they for?
For my quick lime experiments.
Quick lime experiment.
Just going to heat those up and see what happens.
Okay. See what happens. And what might happen?
Well, if you get them to 900 degrees, these shells turn into quick lime, which is a very useful substance. But we'll see what happens.
Okay. Keep tuned in, I suppose, and you'll find out more soon. The time before Christmas is usually very busy here with special sessions. And this year I invited a group of newly arrived Ukrainian families over for a morning with the animals. It was lovely to be able to do something nice for them, and makes me appreciate even more how lucky we are to live in wealth and peace here on our little patch of land. Good morning, horses. Happy Christmas. And then on Christmas night, guess what? The horses managed to break into the barn to grab their Christmas treats early. Silly me. Have a look what they did. Okay, so this door was closed, but the door over there, for some reason, I hadn't closed the bolt very, very tightly. Not tightly enough, because they made it into the barn. Left a little present for me. Thank you. And then they just caused pretty much chaos. There you go. Knocked over my new ornamental donkey and tried to get at the brush box. Took helmets off the shelf and hair clips. Knocked over the wheelbarrow. Luckily it wasn't full. Did they try to sweep everything up, or did they just scatter the broom about the place? Not sure. Right, there's the first bag of treats. They finished up. Oh, there's the second bag of treats. Right. More helmets. And then have a look over here. They tried to have a party around the table, knocking over all the chairs. They had a little go with the toys as well, Mr. Humpty Dumpty. Okay, well, obviously somebody stepped on that one. Did you try on all the boots, or what did they do? I mean, look at it. It's pretty much chaos. Stepped on this hair clip. Okay. Oh, lads. Then they went over here, more knocked over chairs, into our kitchen corner. And, yeah, more scattering of stuff. What did they do here? Did they try to make tea or something? They couldn't get at the sugar in the jar, though. Phew. Anyhow, they did the washing up. Very good. No, they didn't. I did that yesterday. Tried to disinfect their hands, their hoofs afterwards. And I'm not quite sure what this box of tea over there here is about. It usually lives up here, so somebody tried to eat it? I'm not too sure. Okay. Right, yeah. Tablecloth pulled off the table. Oh dear. There's more haylage plastic chewed up into tiny little balls. And then, oh man, of course. Oh, I had 2 bags of carrots bought for them for their Christmas holidays, and yeah, they are pretty much gone. 2 bags, €10 worth of carrots, and eaten in one Christmas night between, well,
5 horses, I hope. I hope they shared.
Lads, well, okay, happy Christmas. And sorry, I won't have any other presents for you because you ate your presents already.
Then I was off to visit my mum in Germany for a few days. She lives in a big, busy city in the south. I met masses of other travellers, and the city is full of bright lights. And the shops are full of shiny things and chocolate. And there are busy fairs and roller skating rinks and demonstrations and big buildings. And I made some more Christmas cookies with my mum, who is a lifelong expert.
Frau Schmidt. Smith. Oh, das ist jetzt der wichtige Teil.
Also, wie du die schön hinkriegst, ich weiß es nicht.
Fragezeichen.
And we watched the squirrel who lives nearby doing her thing on the balcony. And I managed a lovely walk in the big mature beech woods. And we enjoyed a sparkly light exhibition. And I even spotted 1 or 2 horses. But how very wonderful to come back home to our little farm, so quiet and peaceful. Wishing all of you the very best for 2023. May it be filled with peace and joy.